ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. Early I'm up, I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business, I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright, I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Down, 18 Gator.
Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. 6-6, pull it high. Ready to go.
Check, 53.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, Alpha.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Oh, you got deep?
Hey, Echo. Sit up. Hit it.
Now Jones, operating from the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
60 Pittsburgh. Clear.
Jones on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Ready? 25.
54, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Barrios. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Ryan. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Check 54. 80 weapons. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Kill. 51. Down. Wait. Let him go.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now this one complete to Robert Foster. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Watch two. Coming.
Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Come on. 36.
Pilot, 64, weak. Switch.
Check 4.
General West. Hey, orbit. Ready.
Jones now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check your hot read.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
Here's Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
In your face.
Hey, Haywood. Go.
On 4th down, Jones. And that is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Go. 20.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go. 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Ryan, the open man here, Renfro. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. Got an open man. It's Foster. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23.
X3. 218. Top.
Check 3.
58.
Watch out.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 14 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 9. Yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
53 to Mike. 52 by 2. Move. Hey, Charlie. 53.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
21. 51, Mike, 51.
Now Ryan. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 4th down, Ryan goes off, and on is Giorgio Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get hard. Step.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Barrios, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Hey, Tuesday. Two-check bombers. Two-check bombers.
They'll keep it on the ground. Barrios, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On third down, Ryan. He finds Coleman. 33 yards that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, Ryan. Open man here is Foster. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check. Lucky, go.
On first down, Barrios. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, it's complete. Stills. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down.
Check 26.
Ryan. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here.
A 27-yard attempt.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
It's our time. It's our time.
They run again with Hunt. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's 4th down. That's the end of the third quarter.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Let's go. Yeah. You don't want none.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red.